Hello, fifth grade cellists. Hope everybody's doing well and not going too crazy. I heard lots of good things from a few of you that submitted some videos, and I'm going to talk about some new stuff today. I know the last time we talked about slurs, and I gave you some stuff to practice, and you can keep practicing that stuff, and if you can, you want me to hear it, please submit it to me through Google Classroom. And I will be more than happy to listen to it, and I will be more than happy to help you in any way that I can. If you want to do a video meet, or you just want to do email, whatever you want to do. I'm going to play some of page 18 today, and there's some new things happening on page 18, so I'm going to talk about those. It says, a new low tone, the first finger on the G string. So hopefully we remember where our G string is on the staff. And if you forget, you can always look at the little diagram on the side. I talk about that diagram all the time, so I think you know what I'm talking about. And our G string is, that's our G. And our G string on the staff is on the bottom line. Okay? Now, using alphabetical logic, which we hopefully all have, or you're going to go back to kindergarten, what note comes after G? Don't say H. A. We start over again, okay? So when we put our first finger down on our G string, we have an A, okay? So A is on the bottom space of the staff, or we can say, in our case, this is a good way for me to remember it, we can say the first space, it's the first letter of the alphabet. So that's a good way to remember what note that is. Okay, so that's our A. So I'm going to be playing number 80, and it is 2 lines, and I'm going to play both lines, and I will count us off if you want to play along. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and go. Okay, the next one below it, number 81, it says the quarter rest. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about this, but our quarter rest indicates to us that it is 1 beat of silence. We know half rest gets 2 beats of silence, whole rest gets 4 beats of silence, quarter rest gets 1 beat of silence, just like a quarter note gets 1 beat of sound. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play the quarter rest, which is number 81. And if you want to play with me, I'll count us off. 1, 2, ready, and go. I'm going to skip down to number 83, where it says good morning. This is a really fun song to play. It incorporates our G string note, so we start with an A on our G string, which is again our first finger down. Okay, and it is a little bit long. It's 3 lines, probably the longest thing that we have done so far, and I recommend breaking this into chunks. okay? I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna play the whole thing straight through, and then we can kind of talk about what we're gonna do with breaking it into sections. So here we go from the beginning, and what's our first note? That's right, A. Okay, so starting with A. That's my Dora Explorer impersonation. All right, so I'll start with A, first finger down on our G string. So. Okay, breaking that down into sections, we kind of have a main theme or a main idea, and I'm going to give it to you in 2 measure sections. So our first section, A, D, D, F sharp, A. So that's kind of our first section there. Did I hear somebody singing along with me? Anybody else hear that? Okay, so that's our first main idea. Okay, and we see that a few times within the music. So there's my child. So if you can spot that in the music, that makes your life easier. See how many times it happens. Okay, that makes the learning process go faster if you can find the repetitions or the things that repeat themselves. Okay, so that's our first 2 measures. The next 2 measures, we have G, G, E, F sharp, D, D. Okay, and I'll leave it up to you to tell me if you can find that somewhere else in the music, or maybe it's some kind of a variation or on that same idea. Okay, so break it down into chunks just like I just did. Okay, and that will help you go through all of it. Anything that you find that repeats itself makes your learning faster.